Pop Art Image Setup version 2. We're going to do this again. Let's go over to our image search and again, find your pop culture icon. When you get to image search, go ahead and go to tools. You want to look at large. And again, when you search, throw portrait after your name of your person and you should be in good shape. Once you find a good photograph, and again, you want to find something that's going to be a good portrait. You want the whole head. You do want a little bit of a background space, and you want it to be kind of easy to cut out. So I'm going to go, let's try this one. I'm going to click on the image, and again, once we get to this slightly larger version, what we want to do is right click, open image in new tab. That should give us the full size version, which is as big as we want, as big as we can get. And from here, I can just take this straight down into Photoshop. And that should open up nice and big. Now this is a black and white image, but if yours is in color, you probably want to go up to image, adjustments, and make this black and white. You'll see it here. So let me just, I'll make it so that I can actually click on that. Again, image, adjustments, black and white. If you want, you can adjust any of the values or the colors here to get a better image. Again, I don't need to do that, so I'll hit OK, and then you'll have a black and white image. From here, on this background layer right here, we want to release it from this locked background, so I'm going to double click on that. It'll say layer 0, go ahead and hit OK. And then what we want to do is get rid of this background. So I will go to my quick selection tool, and you want to make sure up here you're not on this subtract. Go either to the add or to the new, and you should be okay. And then I'll start selecting. Now, again, hopefully it's not too difficult to get the space around the portrait. Go slowly. If you do get too much of one section, again, hold Option, kind of carefully subtract. And just kind of look around and make sure you're in good shape. If anything, get more than you think you need, because you can always fix it later. So that looks good. Once you have your selection, go ahead and press delete, and you should get the checkered background. At this point, we can do our threshold, or at least we can try it out. So I'll go up to image, adjustments, and threshold, and then I will try to see if I can get a good balance. And I actually do, but I am going to do some burning here. So I want probably to stay around here, but I want some more definition maybe here on the bridge of the nose, maybe. So I'll hit cancel. And again, the tools you want to use here are going to be your burn to darken and dodge to lighten. So let's start with burn. And up here I am on midtones. So right here on the shadow, I'm going to darken that. Also on the bridge of that nose, darken that. You do want to do just a little at a time. If you think it's too strong, take this exposure down. If you need to darken other parts, you have shadows here. So if you want just the darkest values, you can do that. And then, let's try that again. Image adjustments, threshold. So that's what it looks like now. I probably could have done a little less here. It's not a big deal, but I am going to adjust just a little bit. And you can sort of see, now I have a little more room here. I do have some definition here and here. So I think we're in good shape. I do like that I can look at the eyes and get some good detail there. So I'm going to hit OK. Now the last step is, well, there's two other steps. One thing I would do is, to simplify it, you can try this. This is maybe optional, but when transferring the image, this can make it easier. So I'll go up to the filter menu. It is important that you have black and white here. So just click on this little black and white boxes on your color picker. And then you can go up to filter and you're going to look for filter gallery. And stamp is kind of where you want to go because it's going to simplify your image. And you can try changing the settings to see which version you like. Again, if you take smoothness up, you're going to lose a lot more of your detail. So the trick is keeping it in a place where you still kind of see who your person is. You can still recognize them, but also simplify it a little bit. So here's a before. So you can see all the little dots in the details. And then with the stamp, again, that's going to be a lot easier to trace and to transfer. So it's up to you. Maybe a happy medium is just minimize that smoothness. So I'll go with this version. And then I'll hit OK. And then the last thing I would do, I would actually outline this. I do have a little bit of an outline here, but what I'll do is layer style. And then I'll just put a thin outline on this. You want it black, you want it thin. You just want it to kind of show up on the outside. Maybe. So without it, again, looks like this. And with it, looks like that. I'll try it on the inside, actually. I think I like that better. And then you are just about ready. You do want to save this as a JPEG. One thing I will do, though, is I will resize this. So I'll go to Image. I will go to Image Size. And I'll go to Inches. And you kind of want this to be 4 inches wide. Your resolution, you can do 200. And if you got a large image, it shouldn't be a problem. If it seems like you are enlarging this, you can also go 150. So I'll do that for now. It's going to make it a little smaller. This is good. Now I can save it. So I'll go File, Save As. Make sure you go to Desktop. So on the left side here, I'll just click Desktop. You can name this Pop Arts. You do want the format to be a JPEG. And looks good. I'll hit Save. Replace that. And then I'll hit OK here. You probably want maximum quality, so just hit OK. And then check your desktop for your image. There it is, and you're good to go. Turn that in.